For week 12, the purpose we're focusing on is interrogative. Interrogative sentences always ask a question and end with a question mark. There are 3 ways to change a declarative sentence into an interrogative sentence. Remembered by the acronym CIA, you can change the end mark, insert an interrogative pronoun, or add a helping or linking verb.
It's time for spelling rules!
Starting with rule 17. Partial T-I, delicious C-I, vision S-I are used only at the beginning of any syllable after the first syllable. Like election, spacious, discussion. Rule 18. SH says sh only at the beginning of a word or at the end of a syllable. The only exception is the ending ship, such as in friendship. Like shock and dish, the exception would be at the ending, like in friendship. Rule 28. AUGH, EIGH, IGH, OUGH are only used at the end of a base word or before the letter T. The GH is either silenced or pronounced. Examples: laugh, caught, weigh, wait, sigh, sight. Tough thought. Here are more examples of the spelling rules provided by CC Connected. Examples of words beginning with SH are share and shell. Words beginning with CI are delicious and gracious. Words beginning with SI are ascension and division. Words beginning with TI are action and collection. And the words that are ending with ship, that are an exception to the spelling rule: battleship, fellowship, penmanship, relationship, township, worship.
Punctuation and capitalization rules.
Use quotation marks before and after a speaker's exact words. So when you want to include in your writing something that has been said by someone else, you let your reader know by putting the words someone else said inside of quotation marks before their words start and after their words finish. You also want to include inside of the quotation marks the end mark that matches the way the person said the words that they said. For example, poof, you're a sandwich. Sounds exclamatory. So there's a quotation mark, there's an exclamation mark, another exclamation mark, and then a quotation mark. So include your end marks inside of your quotation marks. Worship.
It's time for house song practice. C and C. Can you see the bottom of the C? Theme and theme. It seems that this theme of my pants is crooked. Seen and seen. Have you seen the last scene of the play? Meet and meet. I'll meet you in the meat market after you finish the rest of your shopping. Wheat and wheat. I lift weights every week so that I will not be weak.
Of essentials, review of charts A through L, starting with A. 4 structures. Simple, compound, complex, compound, complex. 4 purposes of sentences. 4 purposes of sentences. Declarative, exclamatory, interrogative, imperative. 7 patterns of sentences. Subject, verb, intransitive. Subject, verb, direct object. Subject, verb, link, and predicate. Nominative. Subject, verb, link, and predicate. Adjective. Subject, verb, indirect object. Direct object. Subject, verb, direct object. Object, complement, noun. Subject, verb, direct object. Object, complement, adjective. Remember, if I don't say what kind of verb it is, assume that it's a transitive verb. These are the parts of speech. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Ra-ba-bum-bum. Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, ba-da-ba-bum-bum, ra-ba-bum-bum. Conjunction, interjection, ba-da-ba-bum-bum, ra-ba-bum-bum. Preposition, adjective, ba-da-ba-bum-bum, ra-ba-bum-bum, ra-ba-bum-bum. There's 5 parts of a sentence. Help us out with that one, Emma.
5 parts of a sentence. It starts with a capital letter, ends with the end mark. It has a subject, a predicate, and it makes complete sense.
Chart B. A simple sentence consists of one independent clause and expresses a complete thought. A simple sentence has a subject and a predicate. A compound sentence has one of the fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. A complex sentence has one of the triple dub Asia Wub words, when, while, where, as, since, if, although, whereas, unless, because, or a who or a which clause. A compound complex sentence has one of the fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, and one of the triple dub Asia Wub words, when, while, where, as, since, if, although, whereas, unless, because, or a who or a which. Some examples of the 7 patterns: subject, verb, intransitive. Jesus forgives. Subject, verb, direct object. Jesus saves us. Subject, verb, link, and predicate. Nominative. Jesus is Savior. Subject, verb, link, and predicate. Adjective. Jesus is humble. Subject, verb, indirect object. Direct object. Jesus gives me strength. Subject, verb, direct object. Object, complement, noun. Jesus calls me his child. Subject, verb, direct object. Object, complement, adjective. Jesus made me holy. Chart C. A verb is a word that asserts an action, shows a state of being, links 2 words together, or helps another verb. A verb is a word. Intransitive verb does not transfer the action from the subject to an object, so there's a period after the verb. Transitive verb transfers the action from the subject to an object, so there's a noun after the verb. There's still 2 more types of verbs, and they're linking and helping verbs. A linking verb makes an assertion by joining 2 words.
feel, become, remain, taste, seem, appear, look, sound, stay, smell, grow, linking verbs, helping verbs, helped another verb, assert, action, being, or existence, helping verbs make lots of sense, helping verbs, do, does, did, has, have, had, may, must, might, should, could, would, shall, will, can, helping verbs will lend a hand, and they include to be, am, are, is, was, were, being, been. There are 4 verb attributes. Number, person, voice, and mood. Singular and plural. Person, first, second, third. Person, first, second, third. The voice can be active or passive. Mood can be indicative, imperative, and subjunctive. There are 3 times 4 forms. That gives us 12 tenses of verbs. A simple has a verb by itself. An emphatic form has an auxiliary do added to present and past time. You have to be perfect, plus a past participle is a verb plus ed used as an adjective or a verb. For progressive form, you have to be plus a present participle is a verb plus ing used as an adjective or a verb. And then you have to be perfect plus been plus present participle for the perfect progressive. Present participle is a verb plus ing used as an adjective or a verb. Chart D. Verb parts. Let me tell you about our verbs. Principal parts, infinitive, present, past, present participle, past participle, and infinitive is to plus a verb used as a noun, adjective, or adverb. Present participle is a verb plus ing used as an adjective or a verb. A past participle is a verb plus ed used as an adjective or a verb. Irregular verbs: to be, am, are, is, was, were, being, been. To do, does, did, doing, done. To rise, rises, rose, rising, risen. To raise, raises, raised, raising, raised. To lay, lays, laid, laying, laid. To forget, forgets, forgot, forgetting, forgotten. Chart E. A noun names a person, place, thing, idea, or activity. 5 jobs of a noun: subject, noun, possessive noun, adjective, indirect object, direct object, object of the preposition. Roses are flowers. Slippers are shoes. Both of these are predicate nominatives too. Predicate nominatives follow linking verbs, id, or rename the subject we've heard. To check if it's a PN, substitute equals for the verb. OCN is a noun, adjective, or phrase which adds info about the direct object and always comes after the direct object. Object complement noun. A noun of direct address is used to call upon a person and is set off by 1 or more commas. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And appositive is a noun or pronoun directly beside another noun that explains or identifies it. That's an appositive. Miss Amanda was cooking up something spicy when thinking of the 8 attributes of nouns. Chili peppers, serrano peppers, cayenne, adobo, curry, and cumin. Stands for common, proper, singular, plural, concrete, abstract, collective, compound. Chart F. A pronoun replaces a noun in order to avoid repetition. First person singular, second person singular, third person singular. That's the pronoun order. First person plural, second person plural, third person plural. That's the pronoun order. What are the nominative pronouns? The nominative pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. Objective pronouns, this is the last objective pronouns, taking it fast. Me, you, him, her, it, us, you, them. Possessive pronouns, singular. Mine, yours, his, hers, its, singular. Possessive pronouns, plural. Ours, yours, theirs, plural. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Possessive pronoun, adjective, singular. My, your, his, hers, its, plural. Our, your, their. Possessive pronoun, adjectives, possessive pronoun, adjectives, reflexive pronoun, singular. Myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, reflexive pronouns, plural, 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 plural. Ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Ourselves, yourselves, themselves. Demonstrative pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, and they go a little something like this. This, that, these, those, this, that, these, those, this, that, these, those, and they go a little something like this. An interrogative pronoun always asks a question. Who, whom, who's, which, what? Who, whom, who's, which, what? Who, whom, who's, which, what? Interrogative pronouns. Indefinite pronouns. All, another, any, anybody, anyone, anything. Both, each, either, everybody, everyone, everything. Few, many, more, most, neither, nobody, none. One, other, several, some, somebody, someone, such. Relative pronouns. Who, whom, whose, whoever, whomever. That, which, what, whatever. Relative pronouns. Chart G. A compound sentence consists of at least two independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction, rarely joined by a semicolon, most often joined by a coordinating conjunction, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. In chart G, and is the coordinating conjunction connecting these sample sentences. Over here, we have declarative purpose compound structure, interrogative purpose compound structure, exclamatory purpose compound structure, and imperative purpose compound structure. Chart H. A conjunction is a word used to connect words, phrases, and clauses together. Coordinating conjunctions, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Coordinating conjunctions, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Correlative conjunctions always come in pairs and connect words of equal importance. Either or, neither nor, both and, whether or, not only, but also not, but, woo woo. Subordinating conjunctions, triple dub, Asia wub, when, while, where, as, since, if, although, whereas, unless, because. We also learned while, if, since, how, because, only, if, now, that, even though, I've always got my wishbone. To help me with this mission, yo, this is my song. Subordinating conjunctions are words I like to introduce. That's their primary function. Connect them to a subject, link them to a verb. A subordinate clause is now ready to go to work. Yo, a subordinate clause is never independent. A thought that's incomplete will forever be dependent. It can't stand alone, man. It always needs attention. So mix it with the main clause to make a complex sentence. Go again. Wow, if, since, how, because, only, if, now, that, even though, I've always got my wishbone. Those are just more subordinating conjunctions. Conjunctive adverbs accordingly, besides, consequently, furthermore, hence, however, indeed, moreover, meanwhile, nevertheless, similarly, still, therefore, thus. Conjunctive adverbs. Chart I. An adverb modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb and answers the questions how, when, where, and why. Ho, ho, toys unwrapped. How often? How much? To what extent? Under what condition? Types of one-word adverbs. Simple, flexional, affirmative, negative. Types of multi-word adverbs. Phrase and clause. Degrees of adverbs. Positive, comparative, superlative. Adverbs paint pictures for the mind's eye. This is chart I. Chart J. An adjective modifies a noun or pronoun when it describes, qualifies, or limits and answers the questions. What kind, how many, which, whose, don't you see? Adjectives add spice to your writing. One word descriptive adjectives. Answer what kind? In degrees, positive, comparative, superlative. One word possessive adjectives. Answer whose? In degrees, noun, proper noun, pronoun, adjectives. One word limiting adjectives. Answer how many and which. In article, number, demonstrative, indefinite, interrogative. Multi-word phrases and clauses are called adjectivals. Chart K. To be, am, are, is, was, were, being, been, to the tune of B-I-B-L-E. Simple form, am, was, shall be. Perfect form, you have, to be perfect, plus a past participle, have been, had been, shall have been. Progressive form, to be, plus a present participle, am, being, was, being, shall be, being. Perfect progressive form. You have to be perfect, plus been, plus a present participle, have been being, had been being, shall have been being. Chart L. A preposition relates a noun or pronoun to another word. A preposition relates a noun or pronoun to another word. But by at, to, but by at, to. About, above, across, after, against, along, amid, among, around, at, atop, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, but by, concerning, down, during, except. 4. From, in, inside, into, like, near, of, off, on, onto, out, outside, over, past, regarding, since, through, throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, and without. But by, at, to, but by, at, to. An interjection is a word or a phrase used as a strong expression of feeling or emotion. An interjection